Khris Middleton, the All-Star, is joining us from the court now. Khris, thanks so much for taking the time to join us. Congratulations on this Game 3 win, 18-7-6 for you. Were you feeling more comfortable out there, and especially on this home court here in Milwaukee?
For sure, a little bit. I mean, it's great to be back home in Milwaukee. Seems like it's been forever since we played here. You know, we have a great crowd here. They gave us a great boost from the start. Was able to carry us all the way through the game.
Yeah, Khris, obviously Game 3s throughout the postseason, you've been fantastic. Your numbers support that. Just the thought process for you personally, you know, after, you know, in Phoenix you guys didn't play well. You came out and played great here in this third game. So I'm just curious, what were you thinking? What was your sort of objective? What were you trying to accomplish with your game here for your ball club?
Just play aggressive, but also play within the game. See the defensive schemes that, you know, they're throwing out there, which was, you know, showing the crowd with me on the perimeter and a little bit with Giannis in the paint. So it was finding an open guy. If I didn't have the shot, just keep the ball moving and let the other guys attack and, you know, let them play.
And, Khris, every game you need an X factor on your team off the bench. And how big is it for a guy like Bobby Portis to come off the bench and play with so much confidence here in Game 3?
It's been huge for us for this whole postseason run. You know, he didn't play much in the Brooklyn series, but the Atlanta series, he was a big help for us. Miami, and then tonight he showed, you know, what he's worth. A guy that can come off the bench and, you know, put up buckets, get the crowd going, give us energy, rebounds, you know, a little bit of everything.
Khris, you guys tonight had 28 assists to only 9 turnovers. Was that something the coaching staff really talked about, making sure that ball found a lot more energy?
For sure. Like I said, just moving the ball from one side to the other, letting the other guys attack if we didn't have it initially. You know, Drew did a great job of, you know, once we swung it to him, he's driving it again, attacking, finding open areas in the paint to, you know, get his shot off or get other guys open looks.
And we all witnessed it, but from way up here, what was it like to play alongside Giannis when he puts up a performance like he did tonight? He's
been doing this since I've been here. And now it's just on the biggest stage where everybody's able to notice. He's a guy, you know, extremely smart, but he also knows that he draws so much of a crowd inside that paint. He's still able to finish through and ones, and then, you know, sometimes every now and then he kicks it out to our three-point shooters. And we just try to make it easy for him, get him near the basket, give him space whenever he wants it, and let him dominate.
And, Khris, you talked about a shooter shoot, but when you don't shoot the ball well in Game 2, you have 2 days off. What goes through your mind, and do you get up extra shots to get your rhythm back?
Yeah, sometimes. You know, I think I took more of a mental day. The last 2 days have been a long, grueling season, and, you know, postseason run, playing every other day. Sometimes I just need to step away, refresh my mind a little bit. But knowing this morning, you know, what I need to do, and then coming here, going through my pregame routine, hitting my shots up, getting to my spots, trying to find a rhythm. That's what it's all about. Just, you know, knowing what you need, knowing when you need to step away, knowing when you need to put in extra work.
Well, Kristen, one thing we not know about Khris Middleton, and Khris, we've talked about this in years past. People don't understand the hard work that you put in on those days off, so I'm glad you're able to say it so people understand that you are an all-star, you are a shot maker, and you stepped up big tonight.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Khris, thanks so much for taking the time to join us. We'll talk to you soon and see you soon.
Yeah,
couple of days here in Milwaukee. All right. Let's talk a little bit more about Khris instead of to Khris. How important was it, Dennis, that he was not only effective in this one but efficient?
He had to be. And you talked about he wasn't at the hotel because every time he doesn't shoot the ball well, people are ready to throw darts at him. He's not a real all-star. He's not the real Robin. You got to find someone else to go with Giannis. And you know this, B. wasn't Grant too. Khris Middleton's a worker.
Yeah.
He works on his game, works on his craft. So I'm happy for him to bounce back after not shooting the ball that particularly well. And having 2 days off, are you sulking? Are you complaining? Are you going to your teammates? No, you're getting in the gym, you're getting to your rhythm, you're getting more shots up, and now you come back and have a bounce-back Game 3.
And Khris Middleton is one of those guys that you just let's look at how his demeanor is. Even when he hits shots, you don't see him beating his chest. And when he's missing shots, he's not with his head down. He understands, it's kind of similar to Devin Booker. I put the work in. I'm a great shooter. Some nights I'm going to shoot better than others, and I'm not going to let the opinions of others change how I affect and how I go about playing the ball game. So Khris Middleton understands there's some talking heads or there's some people on social media talking trash about him because he didn't play well in the first 2 games, but that's not going to take away from the fact that he's still an all-star, one of the better wing players we have in this league, and tonight he put that on display.
And Dennis, you said, you know, something really important. You said he's a worker. And he didn't come in. He wasn't a high draft pick. He didn't come in with all this acclaim.
Played in the G League for a little bit.
G League, the D League.
Yes.
Had to really fight to get to this point. Fight to get to the league. Fight to gain respect. Become a starter. And ultimately an all-star. And now here in the finals. So a little bit of adversity, a little bit of setback. Was not going to get him off his game. He was calm and composed, as you guys said, and then came out and got back going for his ball club. And we've seen, look, when he plays well and wins, it's 26 points a game, and losses in the postseason, 18 points per game, 42% from the three in wins, 22% in losses. So he's that guy. When he plays well, you know, we can just check the box. We know Giannis is going to do Giannis. But if Khris Middleton can come out, and the thing is, he's a guy that can go get a shot. He's the guy in the games they put the ball in his hands and expect him to be their closer. We saw that in Game 1 against Miami in the first round. So a lot of trust, a lot of confidence. And like you said, he doesn't get rattled. Never too high, never too low. Just stays, nice and calm and steady. And was certainly that here tonight.
Hey, G, when you go from being a G League player at one point in your career to being a plus $100 million player, a couple of bad shooting nights aren't going to rattle you. You know, because you like I said, do you know how hard it is to go from those type of extremes, to go from the G League to turning yourself into a guy that's making over $100 million? I mean, you're not going to let a bad night or two basically shape what you are as a basketball player.